Hi guys, it's Rachel here again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the gates that we use in our house. First of all, I wanted to show you the gate that we did have. It's made by Safety First, and I'm sure you've all seen these type of gates if you've ever been looking for a gate. It's a pressure mount gate. We were given 3 of these. Well, 2 of these were the same exact one. Another one was a little different. One of them broke, one of them we gave to my mom to use, and this one we replaced with this bad guy back here, which I'll be talking about in a minute. I just want to say I do not recommend these whatsoever. I don't know if it has to do with our house being older, our walls are plaster, but the pressure mounts, the little suction things that are on the side, you can see it actually still has paint on it. They take the paint right off the walls, and they make holes in the wall. So if you really want to have to spackle and paint after you're done using the gate, you know, not my idea of having fun. And you have to step over these every time. It's not a swing type, so if you want to take it down temporarily and then put it right back and take it back down, if you're not going to be able to probably put the mount in the same spot every time, and you're going to create little divots, and paint is going to chip away a little bit at a time to the point where it's just going to get, you're not going to like it. So if you have this, think about replacing it, or if you're thinking about getting it, don't. Moving on to the fence, or the gate that we actually got. We actually have 2 of these in our house. This one is made from First Years. I got it at Target. It was about $35. I don't know if it's Target or if it's the gate, I'm not sure, but I bought one and I went to get another one. It took me 3 or 4 times before I was actually able to get it. It was always out of stock. So I don't know if it's because it's a bulkier item, they only keep a couple in the store at a time, if something to do with the supplier, I don't know. So if you want this and you see it, get it, because it's hard to get. I was about to buy on Amazon. They have ones on Amazon. They don't have First Years, at least I didn't see any. They have another company called Northgate and Evenflow that makes the same exact gate, looks the exact same. A little more expensive, runs about $40. So Walmart, or not Walmart, Target is probably the way to go with that. A little bit about this gate. It's 60 inches wide, so it's great for those entryways that are extra wide. And this entryway is from our dining room to our living room, so it fits perfectly. We installed blocks, little wood blocks on either side of the wall, because we didn't want to screw the hardware right into the wall, because with plaster it's pretty weak, it'll probably just break off. So this is for extra security. And of course we probably could have stained this, you know, the color of the trim and everything if you wanted to get really fancy, but you know, this is just a temporary fix until we don't need the gates anymore. The gate says that it's for up to 2 years. So I'm assuming at a 2-year point the child could maybe climb over it or break it somehow, or learn how to maneuver the latches. I'm not really sure because my son isn't that old yet, so I guess we'll see what happens. The way the hardware works, let me take it off. There's 2 eye hooks that come with it, and you take the hook and you hook it onto the first eye hook on the bottom, and then you squeeze the white lever down and it hooks into the second eye hook. And there's my doggy, she wants out. The one thing I would say that sometimes it's difficult to hook the top eye hook in. My husband doesn't have any trouble with it. He teases me about having trouble. I don't know, maybe I'm a weakling and I just have trouble. I don't know. It seems like when I squeeze it and I try to get into the hole, sometimes it wants to overshoot it and just like go from left to right instead of actually landing in the middle. But it's not too hard. I mean, it's, you know, once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. What I like about this gate is that it swings. Go ahead, Tank. Go ahead, girlfriend. It swings at, you know, a 90-degree plus angle. So if you want to get through, you don't have to step over it. You can just open it and push it out of the way. At the opposite side, you can't see, but this same setup is on the opposite side of the wall. You can disconnect that and disconnect this and completely take it. Go lay down, girlfriend. Go lay down. You can completely take the gate off the wall. If for some reason you don't want the gate, you know, in eyesight, just remove it. I mean, it's as simple as that. I notice with my son, when it's not connected, there's a couch right here. It tends to bend when he's playing with it. So I try to stop him from playing with it, because at the top here, there's no like wood piece that goes across. It's just this plastic piece that goes over. So I'm thinking if he bends it too far, over time it might get weak and crack. So that's something that you might want to pay attention to if your child is playing with it. But I would definitely recommend this. Definitely. In the next shot, I'm going to show you the other one. It's the same exact thing, but the setup is a little different. It's a little bit of a unique setup. You might like it. It might give you an idea of something you might want to try. Here I am again, showing you my second gate. Sorry, this is kind of like a weird angle, but I just really want to show you what's going on here. We have hardware over here on this wall. We have hardware over here on this wall, and then we have hardware over on this wall. So we can kind of get two different angles out of this gate. If we connect them here and here, we can block my son off from going into the kitchen. And if we block him, or if we hook the gate over here, then we've prevented him from going up the steps. So we are using one gate, but we're getting like two functions out of it. And we're able to do that because of how the gate swings. The gate only comes with 4 eye hooks. So you will have to get, if you are going to do something like this, some kind of setup, you will have to get more eye hooks. But you can get like a package of like, I don't know, 4 or 6 for less than $1. And you can get different size eye hooks. So I'm glad we got this, so we wouldn't have to worry about getting another gate. You know, if it was like a pressure mounted or one that didn't swing back and forth, we'd have to get a gate to block off the steps and then block off the kitchen too. Next I'm going to show you, like I said, I have 3 gates in my house. Next I'll show you the third and final gate that we have. It's a little bit different because it's at the top of the steps, so it has to be made a little differently. If you're going to buy a gate for at the top of the steps, you want to make sure that it's made for that, because you definitely don't want to do pressure mounted. You wouldn't want it to come off the wall. You want to make sure that it is hardware mounted, and I'll be showing you that next. This is the third and final gate that I wanted to talk about. It's a stairway gate. It's heavy metal, and you want to make sure that if you're getting a gate that's above at the top of the steps, that is made to go at the top of the steps. It's not a pressure mount. You want an actual one that mounts into the wall. This one is by a company called Cardinal Gates, and I did get it off Amazon. I have had it probably about 6 or 7 months, and I paid about $63 for it. I looked it up on Amazon tonight, and it's running about $66. And I noticed the reviews. It has about 4 out of 5 star reviews, but there's probably only about 35, 40 reviews altogether, if that. So there's not a lot of reviews, so it's kind of hard to gauge an opinion on it. But in my opinion, I really like it. It's served its purpose, and it's held up very well, and it's kept my son from either coming up the steps or going down the steps, so that's what's most important. The mechanism here to lock it, you just lift up on it, and there's a little peg here in the middle, and you want to make sure that it goes down in between the hole here. And to lift it back up, there's like 2 little wings on either side, and you have to lift up on them. You have to lift up on the entire gate to get it to come up. And sometimes it can be, you have to kind of get the hang of it. When I first installed this, or my husband installed it, it did take me a couple tries to actually get it down. It was a little bit confusing, but that's good though, because you know the whole purpose of it is to prevent your child from being able to open the gate. So I mean, it serves its purpose. So if you do a couple times, keep practicing. After a short time, you'll get it all figured out. I think that's pretty much it. So this concludes my little gate series. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment below. If you have this gate and you'd like to add something, Hi guys, it's Rachel here again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the gates that we use in our house. First of all, I wanted to show you the gate that we did have. It's made by Safety First, and I'm sure you've all seen these type of gates if you've ever been looking for a gate. It's a pressure mount gate. We were given 3 of these. Well, 2 of these were the same exact one. Another one was a little different. One of them broke, one of them we gave to my mom to use, and this one we replaced with this bad guy back here, which I'll be talking about in a minute. I just want to say I do not recommend these whatsoever. I don't know if it has to do with our house being older, our walls are plaster, but the pressure mounts